and imestr8 was able to get across the finish line.
All right. Very good. Well, let's see if we can run it back. The Boxer is going to be on the play this time. We'll tell our players that they are good to go. We will keep the show moving.
My assumption here is that imestr8's going to redraw this hand. Looks like, oh, wow. Oh, they kept it.
They kept it. Okay.
I love it. It's a ballsy move. See if it pays off. It's got some good stuff, in fairness. It's got Tempting Offer turn 1. It's got Contract. It's got the Beseech, which could help. I mean, depending on what they find off the top, this could be quite explosive. One of the other nice things about Tempting Offer here is that it turns off Boxer's even-handed golem. So that and the Grand Suppressor are a bunch of ways for imestr8 to interact with like the core of Boxer's strategy.
All right, and Boxer in hand, they've got Imperial Loyalist, Wasteland Broker, Maveloft Huntress, and they've got Quinn Lone Wanderer in there.
I love Quinn. Quinn's great.
Little far away on the factions to be able to play that at this point.
True, very true.
All right, here
Actually,
we go.
I have to look at their power base again. So they have 3 Crest, 2 Seed of Glory, and it looks like all of their fire sources.
All right, and we saw the same play that we saw last time. So Hojin has Empower +2/+2 and Lifesteal this turn. So Boxer was able to deploy the Hojin, then play a Power, bumps it up to a 4/3, and then Huntress to follow that up, gets the permanent or semi-permanent 6/4 off of that, even after the Empower. Gonna attack into the 7/7 Prism Golem here.
Yeah, I assume they were doing that to get the attack in. It's a little bit risky in that like imestr8 can take this 2-for-1 trade if they want, or they can just let this happen and keep their 7/7. That makes sense. And then Boxer goes ahead and plays one of my favorite cards, Imperial Loyalist. I love it, Boxer. Fighting the good fight.
That's tough though. That's a tough trade to trade away your 2-drop just to push through some damage there. And here we see Seal of Devotion warped. They have no more than one type of influence, so that's some power value there as well.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely in this situation, it's basically just drawing them an additional card, which is pretty good. And I'm interested to know if we can tell what they brokered in here.
So we can see.
Well, we just need to look at their market. Because there'll be one less card in their market.
Well, the Boxer's market is actually full right now.
Maybe
right. They didn't.
No,
did they not
with
go?
imestr8. No, I was referring to imestr8.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. We can pull that up there. So they have.
They brokered in Kyphus, is what it looks like. So there are a bunch of Kyphus in the top 20 cards.
Correct. They have the 6-drop Kyphus Wandering King, 5/5 summon. It gets 3 random battle skills. My mistake. Yes, Kyphus is what they marketed off of the broker.
That makes sense. Another one of my favorite cards. Like both players are like figured out that I was commentating and decided to put all my favorite cards in their decks. All right, clutch on Imperial Loyalist is super sweet, and it's going to be a lot of damage here with Boxer already winning the race.
And they're going to hit a Blade Crafter, draw a weapon of your choice from your deck, and they're going to draw a Vanquisher's Blade off that.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure coming in from the Boxer. 27 to 11 is a pretty substantial life total differential.
That's a big differential there. imestr8 still got a nice 7/7 and a 4/4 out, but this 6/5 Imperial Loyalist is gonna do some damage here.
Yeah, having to deal with. Yeah, having flying is huge. That's like the biggest thing for sure. Like imestr8 is really good at being able to win the ground game, but getting that Imperial Loyalist in the air is a pretty big trump card for Boxer.
All right. Thank you so much, CMS NCSU89, for the sub. We really appreciate that. We got to be doing something right if people are subbing with a blank black screen. So thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. And Boxer's going to tie it up at 1 game apiece. So these matches, just a reminder, are best of 3 if this is your first time joining tonight. So best of 3, they're tied up 1 game apiece. Who do you think the advantage bar is going to here? Whoever's on the play?
I mean, that could be it. I also think that I'm straight took a risk with the hand they kept in that game, and it sort of worked out. But Boxer was able to recognize that going into the skies and trying to get an early life total advantage was the way to go, and they were able to execute that game plan. So I mean, I think we'll have to see. I'm not quite sure.
All right, well, players are ready already, so let's head down to this critical game 3. 2 good players. It's really important to win your first round to get good tiebreakers if you're going for the top 4 here. So, all right,
absolutely.
This hand, not too bad.
I like it. It looks pretty good.
Far from casting that Shoal Dredger, but that's okay. We'll get there.
For sure. Important note, imestr8's on the play, and they have a... Oh, wow, they redrew it.
Surprising us all night with that. But here's a Speaking Circle and a Grand Suppressor here.
This hand also looks pretty good. I guess they're recognizing that they really want Tempting Offer and or Grand Suppressor, as they are the best, 2 of the best cards into Boxer's core strategy. So I think that's good on them for recognizing like the most important cards in the matchup.
All right, going to play out that Tempting Offer, like you said, really important for this deck. And here comes that Grand Suppressor.
Yes, that's the double whammy there for sure. In both really good effects and a Mask Maker off the top. That could help with pressure, but it looks like they're gonna go for... Oh, interesting. Oh, right. It stops the ETB trigger.
It does.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know why that didn't register, but
no worries. Sense. Sometimes that backfires on you. That's the risk with playing Grand Suppressor. So Grand Suppressor is a 2-power 2/3. Cards can't use summon abilities, but that works both ways. So it'll shut off the Boxer summon abilities, but it also shuts off summon abilities for imestr8 side. All right, 0 power Seek Power off the top. Gotta love that.
Yeah, so they're still a little bit of ways away from Speaking Circle, but they imestr8 can go for Seek Answers, grabbing a power card can help them get there. So we'll see what they get with that. Okay. So they didn't quite get like one of their super good utility powers, but will still help them in their development, getting to 6.
Still 2 turns off from Speaking Circle. Boxer's got 2 copies of Bring to Justice, a Reweave, and an Imperial Loyalist, and a Corviat Palace in hand. Oh, here comes Vara. That's one you haven't seen in a while.
Oh, man, yeah.
There was a short period of time where this card was the bee's knees. Everybody was playing this.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally remember. But I like it here. It's not, I mean, it's cheap. It has a high upside. It does all sorts of nice stuff for this strategy.
Dodges the Vanquisher's Blade too. Doesn't really dodge the Bring to Justices if Boxer wants to fire one of those off, but
true. Yeah, those would be a lot better if Grand Suppressor didn't turn off Ania's ETB, because then they would have Face Aegis and be able to just kind of remove stuff for free. Looks like they're still going to go for that here. That makes sense.
They did it on the Grand Suppressor. Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Going for the attack. Oh, this is one of my favorite plays in all of Eternal. Imperial Loyalist. Oh, yeah. I did this a lot in Even Combray when that deck was good. I assume they're probably going to go get... Let's see.
There's a Huntress off
Huntress. Okay. Interesting. So they want the power.
Yeah, they get the power. That's also a 5/3. Now that the Grand Suppressor has been silenced, able to plunder there.
Now, I'm interested to see what 4-drop they get. I could see them getting Blade Crafter or Marley. It looks like they're going to go for Blade Crafter. That makes sense.
Here comes Blade Crafter down, and they're going to draw a second copy of Vanquisher's Blade. Not sure what other options they have in the list, but...
It would be Clutch. Clutch would be the other option. Yep. Yeah.
Going to take out the Mask Maker with that. So now Boxer's hand is Palace and 2 copies of Vanquisher's Blade. imestr8 looking at another Mask Maker off the top. Unfortunately missed their 6th power here. Is not able to hit the Speaking Circle this turn.
Yeah. Though
Mm.
with the Grand Suppressor out of the way, this Mask Maker can help Varret get in.
Mm-hmm. And that's gonna hit 3. Mastery 6 for Varret. It's actually gonna basically drop that down a whole turn by putting that up to 3 power, 3 attack, which is nice.
Yeah. Do you know if Boxer has 6th power? They do. All right. So that means they could, if they want, play Palace this turn.
They can, yep. So they can play Palace, and then they drew another copy of Loyalist off the top there. So that's nice
Oh,
as
oh, I like
well.
that. Oh, this is
Follow it up
great.
with
I
a
love this.
blade. Hit another
Getting
Huntress. Man, some
another
sweet
Huntress.
synergies here.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is like when this sort of like even Imperial Loyalist strategy is like going off. This is what it looks like, and it's really sweet. Does all sorts of stuff, super power efficient. Makes a big board, can interact in lots of different ways. So going for the ferret there, that makes
Makes
sense.
sense. Gonna take out that Varret. And then that'll lose the Huntress, but opens back up the Imperial Loyalist. Here comes the power off the top for imestr8, and here comes the Speaking Circle. Let's see what they can hit. This has been updated, by the way. The text now says at the end of each turn, if the enemy player has a sight, kill it. So they still get to use basically 1 turn out of it. Substitute the first hit off Vanquish. That's a good one. Vank will be nice here to take care of this Loyalist.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what they were looking for. And the substitute can even be like an upgrade for them. They can upgrade their 2/3 if they want.
Mm-hmm. And then the ultimate here is the Queen of Glass, which you haven't seen. Queen, regen, unblockable. Other units cannot die while you have Queen out. Pretty unbeatable. Most of the time, if you get Queen out, the game's pretty much over. There's a rare chance you can deal with it, but for most decks, if the Speaking Circle goes unanswered, that's just game over. Turn back time, fine. That's actually not bad, drawing a card from your Void there. Kind of get to recycle anything there. They're going to attack in, put Boxer down to 6.
Oh, wow.
Boxer at 6 already. Here comes Palace. Let's see if Boxer can stabilize here.
Oh, wow. And the Speaking Circle nerf coming in clutch here for Boxers. They're able to attack down the site using their Palace.
Yeah,
that's huge.
We don't see that very often, but that actually was a difference. You would not have been able to play the site before the nerf. Now, able to get that off and kill the site. So, Boxer is very happy with that nerf.
Yeah, that was huge.
And this permanent endurance on this big unit with Aegis is able to help Boxer stabilize and protect their life total as well.
Yep.
It'll be tough though. They're at 4.
Yeah, they're going to be able to Wisdom on their turn. Hopefully, find some more units to throw on the board and get some more blockers. But yeah.
Got Marley in hand with 4 fire influence. Pretty far from casting that one. Don't think they quite have the 4 fire they need.
Yeah, I'm assuming that one is meant to be reweaved for or loyalisted for most often. Probably not going to see that one hard cast.
All right, looks like we got Kaifus again. Checking the right player this time. Wasteland Broker hits. Kaifus is gone from the market, which means that actually Sack the City going to be the draw here. The Vanquisher's Blade is going to be able to take out the blocker, and then a double hit on the 9/8. That's just lethal.
Oh my goodness. I should have seen it coming.
Wow.
I knew that they had the blade. Oh, it makes perfect sense.
What a heads-up play there by Boxer. Huge.
This Boxer lives up to the hype.